Hello everyone. Feels like a little while since we've done a Dreamcast video. This one is about a couple of shoot 'em ups which have been released over the last, I'd say it's, well, let's think about it, September 2018 was when Battle Crust was released, so just over a year now. And I thought it was time we had a look at these, to be honest. 20 years since the Dreamcast was originally released, so I think it's a testament to the quality of the console that we're still getting shoot 'em ups released. And if you've been here since the beginning of the channel, you will know that the Dreamcast was where we got started really with this adventure, and seems only fitting that we carry on. So the first game I'm going to show you, I'll put that there, is Battle Crust. This is a DC port of a game of a Steam game, and it's released by a French company called Josh Prod. I picked this copy up from PlayAsia. It just worked out a little bit cheaper to import it, so I picked it up from there. This was about 45 quid including postage and packing, and got some really nice artwork on here. Japanese branding as well, which is always good, and of interest to shoot 'em up fans is the fact that the soundtrack here has some connection to Technosoft. One of the composers worked for Technosoft, had involvement with some of the Thunder Force games. I can't remember the name of the chap at the moment, but yes, very, very good soundtrack. It has to be said. You know, it's very, very atmospheric, very Japanese. It just feels classic. It just really does just feel classic. So, as you can see, the artwork is really good on this. There we go. Nice, fully printed disc there. We've got a flipper in terms of the cover, so you can. There we go. That's the American style cover on that, and yep, in there we've got a few advertisements for another few of the Josh Prod releases, and as you can see, Japanese wording on that. Yeah, if you look at this the other way around, flip it around, then there's English on here. So yeah, nice little pack. I'll put a video on of both these games, but the game itself is it's a vertical shooter. It's lots of fun actually. Some pretty nice boss battles. You can probably tell that it is maybe apart from another system, but that's not to say it's bad. Lots of options in terms of display. The game itself is kind of quite brightly coloured. Reminds me a little bit of Radagy in terms of the graphics. It's not full on cel shaded, but it looks almost like it's got anime type colour scheme. It's quite bright and bold. Lots of fun to play actually. When I initially played it, I just kind of thought it was quite average, but a bit of repeated play, it's quite fun. There's some really nice boss battles, and yeah, it's good. It's well worth picking up. As I say, I picked this up for around about 45 quid when it came out. Not quite sure how much it sells for. I think I might just have a quick look on the internet now while I'm talking to you. But conclusive proof that there's still a market there for Dreamcast shoot 'em ups. So I'm just doing a quick search on eBay now. Well, 65 quid apparently. that's what people are selling it for. Not quite sure that's what it sells for. Seen a few more reasonably priced copies there. You know, maybe around 50 quid. There's a sealed copy for 92. I'm just going to see if it's available on PlayAsia actually. Let's do this live. I should have probably done this before we actually started, but here we go. So, yeah, let's have a look. Oh, and it is on there. So let's have a look, see if we can actually still buy it from there, because it might be the cheapest option. Battle Crust, Battle Crust, Battle Crust. Wow. Yep, quite a bit cheaper. There we go. 25 quid you can pick it up from PlayAsia now. So yeah, well worth 25 quid actually. It's good. It's, you know, less than a tenner on Steam, so it might be worth considering if you just want to play it. But if you want to, if you're a DC collector, it's one worth having. And here we have Armed 7. So again, another PlayAsia pick up. This one, another Josh Prod release, and based on a Steam game. And this is, yeah, it's slightly different. This is a horizontal shooter, and it's mech based. And I initially thought it was, you know, it played a little bit like Assault Suits Falcon or something like that, but it doesn't at all. It's pure shoot 'em up, and again, lots of nice little set pieces in this one. Lots of kind of Mode 7 type special effects as well. It's got a real pace to it. I'd probably say there's more variety in the enemies actually than Battle Crust. Pretty nice pumping soundtrack as well. Cover on that reminds me of Oliver Frey, kind of, you know, Spectrum type Crash cover. But we'll have a look at the package itself. Again, you know, they've done a really good job with this in terms of presentation. I do actually, I quite like this game, has to be said. Again, you can pick this up off Steam quite cheap. It's released kind of 2015, 16 times, same as Battle Crust. This came out in around about April of this year, I believe, or was it June? It was, you know, it's early on this year anyway. As you can see, similar layout to the Battle Crust. You've got Japanese branding here, English branding here, and there we go. Some more of the releases there. Pretty nice manual. Well, it's got a manual. Both games there. Battle Crust front cover, yeah, same thing with that. So yeah, again, another nice little shooter. This one actually, I do prefer this to Battle Crust, but you just kind of feel, you know, these ports can come out on the Dreamcast. Let's see more of them. This was around 35 quid. And just going to go see how much it is on PlayAsia at the moment. That's how much I paid for it anyway. And we'll do this live, shall we? Hey, I'm 7, there we go. £32.36, probably P&P. It'll be around about the same price, so again, a lovely fun little shooter. If you're into your Dreamcast indies, you'll be happy with both these, to be fair. So again, footage of Armed 7 on the end of this video, and that's my overview really. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.